Buying a motorcycle might seem affordable at first, but the price of the bike is only the beginning. There are gear costs, license fees, insurance, maintenance, and a lot of small expenses that quickly add up. In this video, I will show you exactly what it cost me to start riding, including one-time payments, yearly costs, and extra travel gear. And in the end, we will calculate how much money you really need besides the motorcycle. Let's start with the one-time payments. My motorcycle. In total, it cost me $6,325. Included in that are side protectors for the motorcycle, a USB-C cable for the motorcycle, and a phone holder. Gear. My helmet did cost me $450. And you probably want to add a communication system to it. For example, Cordo or Senna. That cost me $110. The jacket together with the back protector did cost me $295. The pants $225 and the shoes $250. Then I bought two gloves. One for in the summer and one when it's a bit colder. The summer gloves did cost me $50 and the winter gloves cost me $115. The kidney protection is optional, I would say, but for the kidney protection I paid $40. In total, the gear did cost me $1,535. Then I have the category extra equipment. Here I included things that you need to maintain your motorcycle yourself. For example, I bought a visor cleaning cloth, visor cleaning product, chain cleaning brush, chain lube, motorcycle cleaning product, and a motorcycle cleaning cloth. For the rims, just use old undershirts, and for the rest, I suggest the fiber cloth. All these things did cost me $83. And of course, to maintain your motorcycle, you need a motorcycle mounting stand, which costs around $40. Now, I'm a seasonal rider because in the winter it's snowing in Switzerland, so I can't ride it then. And that's why I bought the battery charger for over the winter, which cost me $90. Altogether, it did cost me $213 for the extra equipment. Now, if you are watching this video, you probably need to take a motorcycle license exam as well. I'm gonna list the things you need to do for the motorcycle license in Switzerland. It may not fully apply to you, but you get a general idea how much the license could cost. You need to take an emergency aid course for 100, a theory exam for 30, and the learner's permit costs 50. Then there's the traffic education course, which costs 100, and a 12-hour basic motorcycle course for 390. My private lessons were 90 each. I took 8, so if you do quick maths, that adds up to 720. The practical exam costs $135, and updating your license is another $35. Altogether, that's $1,560 for the motorcycle license. If we sum up all the one-time payments, the motorcycle, the gear, extra equipment, and license, the total cost is $9,633. I would say that my expenses for gear and license are pretty reasonable. I could have spent more or less on both, but I think I'm somewhere in between. Reoccurring payments. I'm calculating the cost for 1 year. The road tax for my motorcycle is $70. The insurance for my motorcycle did cost me $845 for the first year. The second year is $690, and I expect the third year to cost me around $600. The yearly checkup for the motorcycle is around $200. On top of that, there are additional services at certain mileage intervals, like at 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 and 20,000 kilometers. For example, my 10,000 kilometer service cost me $330. Assuming you change your tires once a year, that's $420. Let's say you ride 5,000 kilometers a year. Mine uses 4.2 liters on 100 kilometers. 5,000 divided by 100 is 50. 50 times 4.2 is 210 liters per year. 1 liter of gas costs me around $1.8. 210 times 1.8 is $378. If you ride 10,000 kilometers, it's $756. The total yearly reoccurring costs are between $2,000 and $2,600. But this can vary quite a bit. Insurance plays a big role and usually gets cheaper over time. It also depends on how much you ride. The more you ride, the more you will spend on fuel, tires, and mileage-based services. Let's make a quick detour to what I spent on travel gear. I bought a 60-liter dry bag for $80 and a motorcycle tank bag with the ring for $200. The navigation system cost me $220 and the garage charged me another $200 to install the charger. I also got a brake disc lock for $80 and motorcycle underwear for $160. In total, I spent an additional $940 just to be able to travel. Now let's go to the most interesting part. We can do some calculations based on these numbers. First, let's add the gear costs and the first year of insurance. That's 1,535 plus 845, which gives us 2,380. Then you will have road tax and some small license fees, so let's round it up to 2,500. These are additional costs you have to pay on top of the motorcycle just to be able to ride. Now let's assume you are a responsible rider who takes care of your bike and buys the necessary extra equipment. You also complete your motorcycle license within a year. That's 213 plus 1,500, which comes to 1,713. Add fuel costs of around 400 and you'll get 2,113. That's what you will spend within the first year. I didn't include maintenance costs since those will likely start next year. Adding 2,500 and 2,113 brings the total to 4,613. That's the extra amount you should expect to spend in the first year on top of the bike. From then on, you can expect yearly expenses of around 2,000. However, this can vary quite a bit. Some years will be more expensive, while others will cost less. As you can see, the bike itself is only one part of the expense. Gear, license, insurance, etc. can easily add up to another 3,000 to 6,000 on top of the motorcycle price. I hope this video gave you a good idea of what your first bike really costs. If you have any questions or your own experiences with motorcycle costs, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Ride safe.